So can you rap?
It's crazy.
Yeah, around that time next I eat rap
Yeah.
anything. I woke up, I was like, yeah, go kono rap bra ka are sendela something.
Exe. It's the Straight Talk podcast. Welcome to it again. We've been gone for a while, Nyana, fixing a couple of things. Mara, thank you so much for your support, because that's the one thing Elongore keeps us going all the time. So I want to start off this interview with a little story. You understand? Because when I came, I just prepared for an egg tau Elongore told me interview today. I did my research the normal way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was no different to any other interview. Until he told me something, I don't know. Do you mind retelling the story?
So I met Mfana Magriza before he called himself Mfana Magriza. It was at an audition for our local radio station, being Peli FM. I think it was the top 10, right? So he was just before me, and he was playing me his music. He used to call himself Shelly's grandson, and he was playing me his music. And when he got like the job at Peli FM, I was like, yo, shout out! I met this guy. And you know, when everybody was just saying Mfana Magriza, and obviously when we listen to the radio also Mfana Magriza, I always tell my family as well, because by Utlala Shoya, like, yo, I was in line with this person. I was like, I'm gonna save this until Tatilego Mitang Pila and we talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, today was the day.
Because Lynn now is surprised. I hit him up on Instagram because he's popping now. A lot of things are happening in his life. So I hit him up, DM, and I'm like, yo, we need to get you on the Straight Talk podcast. And he's like, let me text you more WhatsApp. But not even like 2 minutes later, I get a text. I'm like, hey man, when did this nigga get my number? I
just remember that demand from 2020. It's just that I never texted him.
Sure.
So yeah, I was like, perfect. I thought you would ask, Korejo.
Sure. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But hey, welcome to the Straight Talk podcast. Thank you so much for honoring the interview. Botlhale, Mahlangu, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
For sure, man. It's an honor to do this interview, because I feel like a couple of years later, we're going to look back at it and then realize a star was born at that moment.
Man, sure.
Yeah. But before we get into all these huge things that are happening in your life, let's take it back to where it all started. Let's a guy pila.
Nagumfana Pale, Black Rock, Gali Side, or 501 Gang, Hosarja Jur Google. So yeah, Gumfana Black Rogo, I grew up with Black Rogo. So that's where everything started. So Mustaratin Saka, Honalano Hrotman Barga Braklosh. Actually, he groomed a lot of artists, like a lot of musicians, dancers, and actors. So he had a group. I can't remember the name, but my uncle was then part of the group, so we'd always go there and watch. And inspiration, I think, and then also primary school. I was in a school that, like, for the extramural activities, you were forced, like, not choice. You had to grab on something. So I tried soccer. It was not my thing. Till today. And then I grabbed on public speaking. I grabbed on poetry, and then I think that's where it all started. And then later, my uncle had his own dance group, or rather cultural group. Go high, Nerira. Now he has a Str8, Kofifi, Zbojwa, and Pronto was a part of it.
Yeah.
So,
we'll get to the Pronto story just now.
Now he has go high backyard. Now and I'd envy it. I was like, you know what? I want to be a part of this. And I remember I was still young. Maybe my 7. And then until my 9, 10, I was like, no. He was like, no, omu holy enough, join the group. And I was there performing manyalung.
Man.
Yeah.
But you mentioned a couple of dances.
Kofifi.
Yeah, are those like cultural dances, or what type of dances are they?
Well, Kofifi, it's like an old dance. Yeah, like apartheid era, go Sophia Town, when they used to enjoy. It's that jiggly,
Oh, like
dance, yeah.
Okay.
And then that was Str8. We know how Str8 is,
Yeah.
and then Sbojo. Obviously, it's the modern dance. It's modern dance. Here and there, yeah. And Negira Gumboots before actually joining that, because when my uncle opened the group Go High, I went to where he started on Tala, and that man was just then raising like the younger generation, because Bale never who did, and now they were opening their own groups.
Yeah.
So I joined a group where Beta Gumboots with that, and then I went to
So Gumboots Vele, is it like a dance setlang mining for real, or a
yeah,
what's the art behind?
That's our thing. That's our thing. I mean, miners go kamotla sebaka. So in order to keep themselves entertained, they had to do something, and they were always in boots. So obviously Gumboots gamko gitso re thomile ka teng. So ke sa itse anyone else I think
Nah, you don't have to get predictive. You know what's gonna attack you. Sabala, sabala. All right, so hona banung we actually shooting ko Zozo Cafe. If we tlapeli, then you know Zozo Cafe hore ke impila pila ho irahala nga diphatlo, but it's not the one ya go Peli, right? It's the one ya mo West Park. And the owner, the founder, ya Zozo Cafe, ke Pronto. That's how people know him now. Mara, you know him with other names because you meet him from Kyle.
From Kyle, way back.
Yeah, tell us about your relationship with him. Like, how much of a role has he played in Botlhale becoming who he is now?
Yo, he has played a big role. Like Pronto has been my number one. Like I've seen at some point, nigga misa papa. Logo how never is, you know. So around 10 years old, 9 years old, there, I'm going to go what's out, never has go high, and then he used to be a very creative person, outspoken, and he has this big energy and very funny, on a human winch. I love people that have humor. Yeah, I can't like I cannot say.
Are you into like dark humor or just
any humor? Dark humor I enjoy, but I say it as an advocate for you. Obviously, something I'm gonna lot of sensitive towards it. Mara, any humor, anything that makes me laugh, guy frustan. So Pronto has been that person, like on a humor by. Like if you know Pronto, it's a demand what says.
Laugh around.
Yeah, I know what says. So I'd watch him. He was the guy that started the routines all the time, and now growing up, I'm first poet. So poetry, like exercise a challenge So when it start choreographies, the routine da. So I know her na pela di debala because after creating a routine, he'd go somewhere because not famous around that time. He'd go somewhere, go guy, and come back tomorrow morning. I feel it more. Do you remember? And I was that kid on Mohopot, and then we became close. We shared the same music taste, and you know we connected. Like the things that he shared like I'm sang life, and that's where like and that's where I wanted to go in life. And so so
that's crazy. Yeah. So first born yeah Pronto. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But you also told me a story about how he managed to get you to State Theater.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So Pronto was a part of a group, you know. So these gents never meant about events. They were very popular around that time, and so never to me event to help like a charity event to help 16 pupils from Kokasi to go to the State Theater. If ever you were like a kid who performing, like you want to be an actor, you want to be a musician, you want to play instruments and those kind of things. So I remember nigga meeting ya bona na plan ya ka nik sa itso hore tla wa irahala demons na ba le mo meeting ba nyaka ho feleletsa number ya 16, so na ba sa fitli 16. I remember na ba shota ka ma 6 ya bona, and then re ntse, and Pronto was just like why satsi bafana baka, me, his little brother, and another friend of ours wa tlala Maseho elimpo, and then nagara wa kana di brasa ga dia sign me up or summer, and then we got to State Theater. I remember the first few weeks never nuisance like never bore because we got people that were there for like years. We were part-time students around that time, but like sooner or later now I fell in love, and you know, out of all my friends in never fell in love on others, and summer now we 8 years in theater.
Yeah, the passion was deep from then.
Yeah.
So, get to understand that because you were into dancing a lot. When did you get into acting? Like, was it when you got to theater? How it's the project they brought out in Sitsengayo now? When did you actually fall in love with the art of actor?
So I got into theater like my first year of high school, which was like grade 8. So previously I had my own dance crew, but I was doing everything cultural. I was in the choir, I was doing poetry, I was doing public speaking. So we did a bit of drama here and there, although no sna drama there was no one to facilitate it properly. So I think it's Ketomile theater acting pila when I was in theater. Yeah, because we'd find ourselves doing, because theater acting takes a lot of time. Like the cluster acting takes a lot of time. So we'd have smaller nyana dance, we'd go for lunch, and then it's acting the whole day. And by the way, I was a bad actor.
You were a bad actor.
Bad actor, like
We can't tell.
but what's not last what I'm not saying I'm good now, but
Mara, what was lacking at the time? Was it the confidence maybe?
No, I used to watch the wrong movies. You know, nigga level about Dracula, so they'd give us the assignment. I'd get there and exaggerate everything. I'm Dracula, son of the devil. So yeah, I was a bit extra until Vela I got a mentor who's like, no, calm down, boy. I see something in you, and you know we can work on it. Right, tone down, no, right, professional.
For sure. So this mentor that you speak of, because I have a name. I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce it right, but I'm gonna try. Ne, Elsby Ferlinden.
Oh, LCB Ferlinden.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is not. Well, that's not
the actual mentor.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about a mentor with theater, but LCB played a huge role also in my life. She was my first agent. So there was a time in my life. Nigga, jealous. Let me be honest. There was a friend of mine. Go State Theater. She's a girl, right? So she got a role more Matuetwe, the movie. Yeah, she got a role on Matuetwe. And I was like, oh, and my drama teacher was actually a part of like the set team, Naira set designer. He was also an actor in the movie. It's like, no, never specific. You know, they casted their specific people. Then I did not understand. And then get Wi-Fi every day. Say check agent because not really agent. That's why I agree rule agent. And then I bumped into an agency. It was then called Just You, you know. And then now it's called 33andMe. So that's where I met this woman, and I started going to boot camps on Talan. And she put me on a showcase. And a lot of people don't know this. She put me in front of Raven Drama. Raven Drama is part of the New York Film Academy. And she put me in front of Kim Myers from America. So
Botlhale this side.
Yeah, they came this side to scout for talent.
What?
So I remember I go Krugersdorp, Silver Star Casino. I auditioned in front of them, and then I got a call back. They invited me to LA. You know, but I had to like find sponsors for like 3 years, and then I give up on my own. But I did not give up on the dream. You get what I'm saying? But throughout those years, she's been really supportive on Talanya in terms of my career, in terms of like, no, you're talented. I was not a model on Talanya, but I know I'm doing a bit of modeling. I was not a model, and then so she was like, yo, you have this look that we can, you know, move around, and yeah.
So she sees something in you, nobody else can really see.
Sure. She was my first agent, and she kind of became a mentor to me in a way. Even now, you know,
Are you still under the agency or?
No, I'm in a different agency now.
All right. So okay, no.
No, I'm with Canvas Cam. I just recently signed to them.
All right. Actually, that's cool, man. We'll get more into that. So go theater, you're doing your thing, and this mentor go theater, is it a man or woman? Or
he's a guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Sandile Mondlane.
Yeah. Sure. So he's the one who's like, alright man, calm down.
Yeah.
You see the aggression, Mara, relax.
Sure.
I see something in you. Yeah.
So yeah, he then played that role in terms of molding me and building me and becoming an actor. And then I came back the next year again. And now this is after Bazari Ela Ifedile. You get what I'm saying? I do not have money to pay the fees to go theater. But I was still there, and the headmaster thing, Mr. Nelson Mukwena, shout out to that man, Lena. He always kept his doors open to me. I was there for like 3 to 4 years without paying.
What?
And there were other students that were paying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he always kept his doors open. He used to tell me that I remind him of one of his students who is actually a big actor now.
Kimang,
Palin Slater, if you know Palin Slater.
Oh, who doesn't know Palin Slater?
Yeah.
He played Jabumo Isibaya, right?
Sure.
That's the most famous role he played.
Yeah, so he used to teach that guy. So I'm both Archo. You remind me of this person. Energy, how the way you love this on Hopasa Palins. And so that is my beginning into theater, and
Sure.
so yeah, these are the two people that molded me into becoming a better actor.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's able to discover or even, help mentor a style, Tonale Pellen's lads, that means that when he sees something in you,
Bruh, he
it's
has
a real
produced a lot.
thing.
That man has
Yeah.
produced a lot of
It's a real
good actors
thing.
in South Africa, actually.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I want to talk more about theater acting, man, because it intrigues me.
Yeah.
There's no second take.
Nope.
You get there and you just have to
Magic.
get it right.
Now.
Yes. How
Yeah.
much practice goes into putting together a theater show?
Theater show, it depends, because we have musicals, and then we have two-handers where it's two people. We have one-handers where it's a solo. We have ensembles where it's like maybe 9 to 20 people on stage or 15 people on stage. So it depends. But most of the time, I know a good theater show.
Yeah.
Like I has for a good 4 months if you want to put a
That's
good
a
theater
long
show.
time. Yeah.
And a show that is gonna run for a month or 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of practice. And
Yeah.
how execute people will say, they think I'm a Julian Nanga fita da
Nah, it's not.
ka act, and they don't know
It's
the
not.
work that you actually put in
It's
behind it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a lot of different types of theater shows. Which one was your speciality? Like which one? When I'm doing this, I'm in my element.
Yeah, well, I've only experienced one musical, and then everything was just ensembles.
Yeah.
By yeah, it's a story,
Alright.
like where it's like same. If you've watched Baraging Sophia Town vibe, but Sophia Town has a bit of music here and there. Yeah, so kind of vibes.
Sure.
So, yeah. Those are
And
the
then
kind
que story says Feinso's letting that you would say was your best performance yet.
Oh, it was a show called Blood Kingdom by Sandile Montlane, actually. Yeah, it was a show that it put me on go theater. A lot of people go theater knew me from that role. I played a villain. It was called Python.
Why do I feel like you love playing the villain?
Man. Because negative for the movie
Sure.
negative for and when they gave me that character, dango. Actually, I stole that character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? This is my one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the show that put me on Blood Kingdom. We did it first as a student production, and then later it was produced to being like a proper production in a different theater independently, and we performed for like other like bigger audience and a more mature audience. So the show was like more mature.
It grew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the show that put me on go theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And then I know it's been 8 years, like you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
It's at theater.
Yeah.
So within that 8 years, there's no way there was never a show that bombed.
That one.
Like that didn't hit.
That didn't hit.
Yeah. Was there ever a show that you felt like, ish?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
more
I
messy
won't mention it, Mara.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of shows, bruh. There has been a lot of shows, like at least maybe 6 or 5.
That's a lot.
Hey, perform me. They're trying. Guy for
So do you realize mid performing, like in the middle of the performance, do you realize, aish,
sometimes
not going well here?
Auto committee.
So why don't you say something?
I love performing.
Yeah.
And I believe like good actors can make a bad show look good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that. Sure.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, I nigga for passion, pushing P, gerena mo laraya. Even if it's a bad show, but at that time they say like bad shows when nigga go whole like I'm theater and understanding how like shows develop. Not okay, this is how a bad show is identified and okay, I've been in quite a few bad shows.
Oh yeah. For sure. So I mean 8 years though, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Are you still looking at continuing that theater now that you've scored, a movie role? Is it something eleng hore nyako tswela pele ka yona, or are you
theater
more into the
directors,
camera now?
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Theater keeps the actor alive.
Yeah.
Keeps the actor alive. I love film now. I got my first film taste. I love film, but theater is something else.
So you're telling me you would pick theater over shooting a film or a series or whatever?
No. Not.
That's not what you're saying.
I love theater, Mara. No. I
Yeah.
know film it's at a space,
Don't
Yeah.
tire.
No, I'd rather run with film.
Yeah. So money-wise as an actor, between theater and dating, camera work, which one takes better care of you?
Of course it's film, bro.
Yeah.
Of course it's film. Theater, most of the time we depend on seats,
Actually, I've been asking myself because I can imagine, film. How do you make money through films?
Yeah.
First of all, break it down for us. Theater. How do you make money? Then, when it comes to movies too, is it sales? Is it
That's one
adverts?
okay. Like from Nadi Shota and Performer, we used to make money off of seats, like off of ticket sales. But obviously, you do get money at the services. Remember, you take months of rehearsal. Bro.
Yeah. But where does the money come from? Is my question.
From the producers of the show.
So they have to cough out like investment from board.
Yeah, they have to pay you for your services.
Okay.
Bro, you went for training.
Yeah, true.
You trained for this thing.
Yeah.
So, like you invested your own money into
it.
So they have to pay you for it. So they pay you for the service. Same with film, Same with film, they pay you for the service, for the duration. Usually in film, they pay you like about rate per day.
So for every daily shooting.
Yeah, about rate per day.
Yeah. So tell me this. Do they ever try to squeeze too many things in one day just so they don't have to pay you the next day? Does it work that way? Or with the amount of work that you actually put in?
Nah.
Get what I'm saying? Like if we have 10 scenes.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
And I have to pay you per day. Then I'll just say, Joe, let's rock 7 today, 3 tomorrow. Then we don't have to rock more than 2 days. Does it work that way?
I calculate the scene.
Okay.
I calculate the
Damn.
So if ever about already maybe we give them 12 hours. So they're gonna use you for 12 hours. So if they can fit 15 scenes in 12 hours, they're gonna shoot 15 scenes in 12 hours.
Damn.
And
there's nothing you can do about it. That's crazy.
Sure.
That's crazy. But hey, man, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's get into the big move, man. Hey, this guy is everywhere now, man. Newspapers, he's on big radio stations.
Yeah.
There's an entire billboard. Go see me, Maxi. Kotaonu. You know that place where everybody gets off. Yeah. There's even Wimpy Da. Wimpy Elijah has been there for years.
For years.
Shops and
price actually.
Leonet's been there for years. When somebody says, "Hey, man, brag, they're talking about that place.
Yeah.
And there's an entire Surviving Gaza billboard with you on it.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Big,
yeah, newspaper articles are being written about you.
Yo, bruh.
A lot of things are happening.
Surreal, bruh.
How do you feel, though?
It feels unreal.
Yeah.
Every day gets over, it feels like, oh, actually, I started feeling it the first day on set when I got on set. Went to the makeup booth. If you know Mpomolepo, he played Fats.
Oh yeah,
Rhythm
City. He played Fats more Rhythm City.
I sat next to him and told me no, this is it, And now the billboards. I wasn't expecting the billboards, but I know for the ETV, bro.
They market, they make sure.
Yeah, they go out. So shout out to that.
And how do you end up getting the role? Because it's not just any role. I'm not looking down on any role that anybody played. I'm just saying that Joe, acting, there's always a lead role, there's a supporting, and you were able to secure the character Puzi.
Yeah, Puzi, aka Skia. Yeah,
How did that happen?
So, I'm a theater boy. So there's this theater enthusiast, a big theater practitioner, Kelvin Ratladi. Shout out to him. That nigga jump started my career. So Kelvin Ratladi is a person who go theater and stuff. I used to see him. I used to know Kelvin Ratladi. Yeah, I'd respect him from a distance. And so Kelvin Ratladi happened to be in the development stages of the movie. And so Nabanyaga this specific character in terms of looks also. And Kelvin mentioned my name in the room. And so I was contacted. And obviously I had to be auditioned, but I'm an actor now. And also like Surviving Gaza is a movie that has a lot of music in it.
Yeah.
And so the director hit me up. Send a self-tape. A show reel rather. A show reel.
What is that?
It's a slide of videos from your different works. Maybe if you've been on different shows. So to compile maybe a 1 minute clip so that they can see you in different roles and okay, this is a person that has been in, so a self-tape. Also a self-tape, I did not know what a self-tape was. Unprofessional monologue, and I send it through. And the director was like, I like it. So can you rap?
It's crazy.
Yeah, around that time next I eat rap anything. I woke up, I was like, yeah, you can rap, send something. Kara get out send it. Like I through. I ran to a friend's studio, Frank Jenkins. If you know Frank Jenkins, shout out to Frank Jenkins. Kashana log Google studio and Frank Jenkins. I tried writing something hopal and now go get jahi. Like you send the money track. So we took lyrics from his old song, we put it on a new beat. It was the like wackest song ever, and I sent it to the director. Mara I feel like guilty. Kalata Brian ngwe ga mphokerejo. I beg go khotile la parallel ngwe bana. La mbutsoro ga repana. And I'm not mbutsoro ga khona. And go khodile pino ngwa motlapa jo. Gire ya. Awon. Because I'm is a good friend. That jo botsa demand in it. Ka betha daman ga voice note to ejo na ge rape net de witso hong khotla. Because Damani, he's a SAFTA award-winning director.
Yeah.
And
Vusi Africa.
Vusi Africa.
Yeah.
Nafetu win a SAFTA high for his previous film, his debut film, Letters of Hope. I don't know Dimano go motre, like motor ga kono re. So I come send la voice note. Na go kono re pa braya ga. Just like any other actor, asanga ga film. So opportunity ba na itla obviously utono. Mengela or twisted the truth more. And he was cool. He was like, hey bruh, get respect the survival instinct there. But otherwise, stay on hold, get a warm way. 7 months, Damon garam petaga bomb, like a tolabolela say. That they took a new word there English. I did not know what despair was. Come on, call.
What is it?
Like a fella pale.
Maybe sang
Despair.
Despair.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
it's cool.
Kamoko kadima ejo sale izo to woman nadinsa. Ara boy, do not despair. Get aloe.
Oh, like really from there. So I only Google.
Yeah. Ara get aloe. I fade. And I'm in matric at that time. I'm sorry, fade. Plus a lot of people kalawang kotla. Bambotor here to shoot me movie. So I was like, it's one of those. Dimanota woman. Amarai negi to jo legal para jo. So I no go mo fella pilo. I'm computer ke samo fella pilo. So marga relax around mo nega maybe towards prelim. One time dimanon court. Like couple of check email. He sent me the script. He's like read the script. I read the script in like 2 hours. Niggas fedit. Tomorrow he called me. Get half a scene. Man, I was fedit. It was like oh ma. 150 something PG. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I bet in 2 hours. Company get excited. They got the took my laptop. And I was crazy. I was like, yo, what a demand. And it's a character that is different from characters that I've played. And I got that challenge. I'm like, yo, emotional challenge. I've always wanted to play emotional characters. Because I have enough emotional depth to like portray such characters.
Yeah.
And as far as script and then I copela another self tape, and this time I had to be professional. Got research, send them the video, and then I think it was around December time.
Which year is this?
2020.
Yeah.
And the man Tomilo 2019.
Crazy.
And so uncle Tamara ya 7 toloring. Yeah, feel like I'm cocoa but the man sila wa quiet form up like the queen you so uncle I don't know channel banyaga audition for one which is ETV, so I had to audition then again, and then he called me through. I had a meeting there na in Johannesburg, first time go maboneng excited.
Did you see the
now I see it constantly.
Yeah, did you get a picture too?
Yeah, I have a picture. I had to get a picture there.
Yeah.
So that man yang invite it was around lockdown time actually. No satala da. It was quiet. We sat down and then he briefed me. He's like, boy, this is a movie that is very personal to me. Because it's like Pooz is a real character. He exists. Tandega, the characters that are in the film, Montalan, are characters that exist. So he explained everything. I want to take it back to the Kwaito era. So this is not just a movie era because of I wrote the script and whatever. So we had that conversation, and since then he called me for the chemistry test. I went in for a chemistry test shoot with my fellow co-stars.
What does like to check chemistry
between me, Apum Cafe, shout out, and Mondi Mutadi, shout out to them. So yeah, we had chemistry test shoots to test out the chemistry, and then channel approved us, and we got a new script, a fresh script, and we were ready to go on set. The fittings, you know, the readings,
For sure.
Yeah.
So tell us about this character, Yapuzi, right? Because I'm looking at Botlhale, and Botlhale is just this humble kid, you know, down to earth, relaxed. Like I had to go fetch you in the house. But Puzi is something different.
Yeah,
like,
Puzi is something different.
Courage.
Yeah, he's
risky, brave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how are you able to flip from being Botlhale on a day-to-day to then having to play this character who's the total opposite of who you are in real life?
Of course, I mean, it's acting, bro. You know, you can never act like yourself. You know, you can never act like yourself. You know, when they gave me the brief, the character, baby, illustrate, or this boy is passionate. He's passionate about music. He has energy. He's ambitious. You get what I'm saying? So I had to like step out of my own comfort zone. You know, although me and him kind of relate. You know, there's a line whereby Nalena Rakopana, because energy.
Like, which parts of him would you say are similar to Botlhale?
Kumfanagasi. Puzi kumfanagasi unyogo ba successful ga music nagenyo ba successful ga acting.
Sure.
Kumfanagasi izoro guys na di flop tsa gasi le rena rena di flop tsa gasi. So we relate there. At least mo ke mo ne re kopana mo teng. At least we know the story ya gasi, and it's really like you know, imprinted in our hearts, you know. So Puzi, so and this is how I got into the character. And so I'm coloring, you know, I'm not a method actor. There's something called method acting. Method acting is like, now you're given a script and turn to like this character. So you wear the clothes, that's the character. And so you start walking like the character. You find out change fashion sense. Fashion sense.
So character. So you can be ready for it.
The shoot, that's how Heath Ledger, the Joker, because
that's why he could mentally
he used to do it every day. So you get what I'm saying? Molimo, you know, bright clothes. I'm not a person that bright clothes, so I'd wear bright clothes whenever I rehearse for the character, play some kwaito music there so that I can adjust to it. Right? So kwaito has its own low. So that energy fell out. And also my co-stars, I think by helping the horror identity to like
for sure. It's a dope movie. I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't finished it yet. I told you why, because it's an interview, so I can understand, you know, the creativity behind the movie.
Yeah.
But tell me about it, because a little birdie told me you were not only acting, Mara, you contributed somewhat to like the directing, you know, some parts
in the movie.
Not
really.
Or you just acted one way.
I did not direct in the movie at all. Like I did not direct.
No parts where you were like, Joe, how about we flip it like this? So you were just
professional stage, bruh. I come in as an actor, bruh. You know. And Voce Africa is a dope director.
For sure.
So how can he?
What was it like working with him?
Yeah, that man he has a big energy, a very funny dude. Like he's a big energy, bruh. Like I my star, you know. So it was great, and also the director understand the artistic and understand or craft like what acting is. So for instance, when he would want a certain emotion, just prior before the scene, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm serious. So he's that kind of guy, a director. So he's a dope director. So in terms of directing, I've tried directing in my theater days. I've directed my own show. I remember I was doing it with Sfeziwe Makubela, who's Miss Mpumalanga now.
Alright.
Yeah, we
you're gonna check on the gram.
Sfeziwe Makubela. So we did a show in Nelspruit. I remember Gabanga's Gid. I was in grade 11 or 10. Gabanga's Gid. I had Nelspruit to put a show on for school kids. Yeah, it was called Malume.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it went well.
It went well.
Enjoyed it. Good show.
Yeah, they enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I can see you're very passionate about youth. I can see that.
Yeah.
For sure. But we're gonna get into that
Sure.
before I ask you about, you know, revolutions and things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Every time you speak about Vusi, Africa, how bolela hore damane are,
Yeah.
you always speak Pitori. All of us Pitori, daman.
Yeah, that man was at Pitori, but
Sure.
he's not perfect. I
Think
see.
it's about snob or
Nah.
Yeah.
Asabos no. He's in Ndebele speaking. He's from Witbank. So
Alright.
So Spitori was Krele when he was studying go TUT, when he's studying film go TUT. So was Krele da leba fitu mo Pitori, yeah, sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing I like about surviving Gaza also is the scenery, like ejo imagery at the scenes at the or even you know the location was scouted proper. It made sense for the story, right? Where was it shot?
It was shot in I wouldn't say Catrichville Lotas ejo.
Well, get it next door.
Pretoria, Honamo High Mo Lotasi. Yeah, that's where he shot the film. I think he has shot there before, so yeah, Mokata, and he was like, I need to come back and tell another story here.
Yeah.
And it looks like the place looks more like where to Kwakuka, where the story is like based from originally. It looks like with Kwakuka. In a similarities here and there, so that's why I said that.
Crazy. So it was shot Honamo. Ejumara Pitori doing amazing things. Like in every field, man, music, acting,
yeah.
How much of us was represented? Most surviving Gaza, Garapitori. How much of it was involved?
Hey, a lot, bruh. A lot. I think maybe 60%. 60%, 55, 65, Honamo.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, because I remember behind the scenes guy. He's from Pretoria. The sound guy, Pretoria. Bacon.
Give them shout outs.
Bacon. Seho. Pompey is from Pretoria. Sheldon Marem is from Pretoria. With DK, what KG. Eggman Sawabaya, Bra Panyaza. You know. Yeah, the kids.
Hey, Majo Panyaza the rapper, like the legendary rapper. We're talking a different Panyaza.
It's a different Panyaza. It's a chef Panyaza. Again, I'm making sure that we can breakfast the way. Yeah, but Panyaza, the whole drop team, Boneo.
For sure.
Yeah, the whole Tiego, you know. Yeah, a lot of them, but Pretoria. A lot of people that work must have having Gaza Praetorian people.
That makes me proud because I just feel like for the longest time our city has been contributing to culture, Mara-ish.
Yeah.
Like in terms of recognition, we were never in the front line on time.
Sure.
There was just always times for other cities. Mara in straight up.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I can imagine you don't just want to box yourself as an actor going forward.
Yeah.
You did a bit of directing. So what more can you expect from Wayne? Because I can imagine, dog, you're still young. There's a lot.
Bro, there's a lot.
You can still offer the world.
There's a lot. You know, as we spoke, Nalwen, we met at a radio station audition.
I mean,
you know, so you never know. You know, you never know. I have now recently fell in love with like voiceovers and stuff. So
modeling,
directing. I want to go into film proper. You know, and you know. Writing also because I've been a poet, you know. Well, I am a poet, you know.
Yeah.
So, writing. So a lot of things, bro. A lot of things. I mean, Phil the Pontisor, there's a lot of things that we can like cover. There's a lot of things that or you can explore into, you know. I mean, there are set designers on Sahara. There are sound guys. What if I fall in love with being a sound guy, an actor, a director, all at once? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot coming for you, I'm pretty sure.
A lot.
But which character are you looking forward to playing the most? Because I mean, Hunale, like you were saying, the villain intrigues you so much.
Yeah.
But there's also the family guy that you could play at some point.
Yeah.
Which one are you looking forward to? You haven't tapped into yet, but you're just looking at like, you know what? I think I would kill a role.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of roles. Fella age, change in order.
Yeah, for you to get into those characters. Yeah, for sure.
Like kind of villainous characters. Like I love villainous characters.
You like being the bad guy.
Yeah, you know, or the psycho. Just a proper psychopath. Maybe a low key, you know. Mara, I'd kill a nerd. I believe I'd kill a nerd. You know, I'm still working on it, working on the English also.
It has to have the twang.
Yeah, you know. So I'd love to play a nerd. Like
Yeah.
character no manifesting no go thala a nerd. Like a nerd, bruh. Like fana nyana wa rata di buka, smart guy, an IT guy maybe. Yeah.
Nah, for sure, man. There's a lot for you to still do in this industry.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure hore, after this movie,
Yeah.
make sure hore, you watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Kanare kragai.
Yeah, Surviving Gaza is up on EVOD. EVOD is a ETV streaming platform that has dope films. Maratawa Surviving Gaza, right? So Surviving Gaza is on EVOD. You can download it on App Store, Google Play Store, or go on www.evod.za. Then we'll sign up. Put in your number, you get an OTP, and then from there you're ready to stream the movie. It's free, you know. You don't have to pay any subscription. And then you can stream it. Wala Surviving Gaza. It's a beautiful film. It features a lot of big stars. Also, we have Shoki Mola, who's Makunuto and Skim Sam. We have Mduma Silelampo, Nompitse Chomiava. We have we have Ishmael in the film. We have our very own Blow Lepara in the film.
Hey, shout out to Blow Lepara.
Yeah. So yeah, the film features a lot of stars, and shout out to my co-stars as well. Samke Makoba, Indalo Stofile, Apiwem Kefe, Mondi Mutadi, and my directors, Vusi Africa, Naledi Bukhaju, and Diatemba Mudiwed.
Yeah, that's the whole team.
Yeah,
that's
the
the
whole
A-team.
Yeah. Sure.
That made the whole thing happen, man. Surviving Gaza is an amazing film from what I've seen so far. The reviews too.
Yeah, it's doing well.
Now I can finally watch it tonight.
Surviving Gaza.
Yeah, for sure.
Gaza, please.
Yeah, plus I heard Pronto talking about the viewing night and things like that. So we'll work on it. When I just make sure you keep following, and then when we are ready for that.
Shout out, man. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's Botlhale Mahlangu all the way. Botlhale with a T.
Yeah.
Shout
If you spell it like Botlhale,
B-O-T.
Mahlangu I feel like is more famous. So
Yeah.
Botlhale, you might have to.
Botlhale. Botlhale.
Yeah. Make sure you check him out everywhere. Motareka follow. He's the next big thing for sure. Joe, a lot of huge things are coming for you, right?
Sure, bro.
But before we let you go, I have to ask you something. Tell me this. What would you say to the young you, like at this point? Yeah. What would you like to say to that young kid?
Boy, build that confidence. Like, I struggle a lot with confidence. So, boy, build that confidence. But keep at it. You know, he was a good kid. You know, still a good kid. So I wouldn't say much to him. And yeah, make your own decisions and be happy. Yeah.
I love that, man. Be happy.
Yeah.
Botlhale Mahlangu, future rising star, representing Peli, Pretoria stand up. 1-2 is on fire right now. You know what I mean?
No.
For sure. So make sure that you subscribe to Pretoria's hottest podcast. It's the Straight Talk podcast. Press subscribe. Follow us on social media. Instagram at Straight Talk _podcast. Like our Facebook page, Straight Talk. Remember, Str8, right? Str8. You know what I mean? So make sure that you follow all the time. We're also available on Patreon. Yeah, make sure donate so we can be able to balance things out. And we promise to keep giving you content there where you can send in your comments. Also, let us know who you would like to see. Then we'll do our best to remotely semo podcasting. It's been a dope episode. Really had fun. I know you did too. So yeah, until next time. Go frostana tata. Vampits am fana Magriza, also known as the voice of the youth. Maraka chega idea ga tla botsar ke nna matlhatsi maro. Awe.
Shout out.